Have you ever felt like everyone else is moving faster than you? Like the world is running ahead while you're still trying to tie your shoes. Sometimes comparison doesn't shout, it quietly whispers that you're not enough. And those whispers can steal the joy from even the most beautiful days. Kabir felt those whispers every morning. He lived in a small apartment overlooking a noisy street. But the loudest noise in his life wasn't the traffic. It was the constant comparison running in his mind. Every day, before getting out of bed, he scrolled through his phone. Friends buying new things, strangers achieving big milestones, people smiling, celebrating, glowing, and there he was, staring at a screen, wondering why his life felt so slow. He worked hard. He tried. But still, he always felt behind. Sometimes he smiled in front of others, but inside he carried a quiet, aching question. Why am I not like them? One evening, after a long, disappointing day, Kabir attended a small gathering hosted by an old family friend. Mr. Hale, a warm, calm man in his 60s who always spoke less but noticed more. At the gathering, someone Kabir knew walked up to him and said with a cheerful tone that somehow cut deep, "Wow, you're still figuring things out. Everyone else from our batch is doing so well." The comment wasn't meant to hurt, but it did. Kabir smiled on the outside. Inside, he broke a little more. He slipped out to the backyard to breathe, his chest tight, his mind spiraling. He felt small, smaller than he had felt in a long time. Mr. Hale followed quietly and stood beside him. For a while, neither spoke. The garden behind the house was calm, washed in the golden evening light. Flowers of different colors swayed gently in the breeze. Then Mr. Hale said softly, "You know, these flowers never compare themselves." Kabir looked at him, confused. Mr. Hale touched a bright yellow one. "This one blooms early," he pointed to a tall blue one. "This one takes longer." He picked up a fallen petal, and this one had its season already. "All different," he said, "all beautiful. All part of the same garden." Then he looked directly at Kabir, "But none of them ever tries to bloom like the other. They just grow in their own time." Kabir felt something shift inside, small at first, like the loosening of a knot he didn't know he had been carrying. Mr. Hale walked slowly through the rows of plants. "You're hurting," he said gently, "but not because you're behind. You were hurting because you were looking at someone else's season instead of honoring your own." Kabir breathed deeply. The air felt different, lighter, warmer. He watched the flowers more carefully now. Some stood tall. Some were just budding. Some were still hidden, waiting for their moment. For the first time in a long while, he didn't feel behind, he just felt human. Over the next days, the metaphor stayed with him. Whenever he felt the urge to compare, he remembered the garden. Different flowers, different times, one sun. Slowly, his thoughts softened. He stopped checking his phone first thing in the morning. He spent a little more time with himself, reading, learning, growing, not for the world, for him. And one quiet morning, Kabir stepped onto his rooftop just as the sun began to rise. The sky changed colors, gently pink, orange, soft gold, taking its own time, just like the flowers. Kabir closed his eyes and let the warmth touch his face. For the first time, he didn't feel the rush to catch up. He felt the freedom to begin. His journey hadn't sped up, but his heart had slowed down, and that changed everything. Because comparison loses its power the moment you start honoring your own pace. Every life blooms differently. Every journey unfolds in its own rhythm. You are not late. You are simply growing in your season.